he was at work one day and we were texting and it was a cold, rainy day. He was like, "Oh, this is cuddling weather." So in my head, I'm like, "Oh, here we
Oh,
go." And
right.
so I didn't respond back at all to his text. And when
Mm-hmm.
he got off, I swear he got off at 5:30 at the time. He called me at like 5:31. And he was like, "Why haven't you text me back?"
Mm.
Then I
Now,
said,
women,
"Hey, are you hungry?" She was like, "I can eat." I was like, "Well, let's go out." That was literally all she wrote.
she almost wrote him off after one text. But then everything changed. When they first connected on Tinder, their conversation seemed fun until he mentioned cuddling weather. She thought that that meant that he only wanted one thing, and she stopped replying. But instead of giving up, he picked up the phone after work, called her, and said, "Want to grab something to eat?" That simple gesture turned into their very first date. And from that night, they both knew that it was love at first sight. A year later, they were married. I'm Dee Dee Patterson, and here on this channel, I share real stories of couples who found lasting love online because I want you to believe in love again and know that dating apps really do work. I met my husband of 15 years on a dating app too. So this story proves how misunderstandings could keep you from the love of your life. Let's dive in. Welcome. So today we have the Parkers with us. We have Renee and Jeremy. So I'm so excited for you guys to be here.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
We're going to start with the first question, and it's, what do you both do for a living?
I'm a construction engineer inspector for the DOT.
And
Oh,
I have a baking business. I also am a phlebotomist, but at the moment, for the last 4 years now, I've been a stay-at-home mom. So my baking business is like just starting up from last year. So we have two little boys, a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
aw. How long have you been married?
4 years going on five. February the 7th is our anniversary. So February the 7th will be 5 years married.
Okay, like right before Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Yes.
You're 4 years, 4.5
Yeah.
years. And then which dating site did you meet on?
Tinder.
Tinder. You guys
Yes.
were our first Tinder ones. So how did you meet? Who wants to start?
As you know, on Tinder, sometimes it's hard for a man to get the match. So when I swipe right, hopefully she was the right one for me. That's all I had in my heart.
When I got on the app, I saw his picture and I went through his pictures. I went through his like description and everything. And I was like, okay, he seems pretty good. So I swiped right and we matched. And I was like, yes.
Yay. So how long were both of you on Tinder before you swiped right on each other?
Not too long. I wasn't up there too long. I had just recently moved to Raleigh from a little small town called Husky, North Carolina,
Mhm.
and I was probably a type of guy where I would just go to work, come back home, rinse
Mhm.
and repeat, and I didn't know a whole lot of people up here at the time. So I was like, I gotta try to meet somebody at some point in time because me going to work and coming back home and like 9 times 10 on weekends, I go right back to my hometown where my parents at. I really won't go
Mhm.
meet anybody.
And it's funny because it was kind of the same thing. When I met him, I was working 3 jobs. I just moved to
Wow.
Raleigh myself from my small town. Well, it's not really small, but
Wow.
Greenville, North Carolina. I was 3 jobs. I was working in and out of the house, working and back home. And I think we matched in November.
Mhm.
I got on Tinder like a little bit after September when I moved there. So I wasn't even active until like November-ish.
Seems like you almost met immediately after you got on the app.
Yes.
Is that
Almost, yeah.
accurate? For
Yeah.
both of you?
Yes.
You too,
Yes.
Jeremy? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Almost immediately.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And you just happened to be on the app around the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
It worked out
Wow.
perfectly.
All right. So then how long did it take for you guys to go on your first date?
I think we went on our first date was on November 18th.
Yes.
We matched like the week before and we talked on the phone and text and everything from
Mm-hmm.
that week up until then. And it was a small mishap that almost didn't have
Okay.
us together. He was at work one day and we were texting and it was a cold, rainy day. He was like, "Oh, this is cuddling weather." So in my head, I'm like, "Oh, here we
Oh,
go." And
right.
so I didn't respond back at all to his text. And when
Mm-hmm.
he got off, I swear he got off at 5:30 at the time. He called me at like 5:31. And he was like, "Why haven't you text me back?"
Mm.
Then I
Now,
said,
women,
"Hey, are you hungry?" She was like, "I can eat." I was like, "Well, let's go out." And she was like, "Where to?" I was like, "Olive Gardens." It's an Olive Garden right by in Nightingale at the time. She stayed in Nightingale.
okay.
And she was like, "No, since you got off work, I go to the one in Lynn Cary, which was close by my house at the time." And that was literally all she wrote once we met. It was almost
That
like
was
love
the
at first
first.
sight.
The
Oh,
first
so that
date.
was the first date?
First
Yes,
date,
Olive
first
Garden.
time ever like meeting up besides talking on the phone, FaceTiming and calling.
So, Jeremy, why did you offer her for food? Did you feel like she was upset with you? Could you tell that something was wrong?
I could tell something was off. But that's why
Okay.
she didn't text back, and I wanted to figure out why. And
Okay.
when 9 times out of 10, when you are in some type of well, if you want to be in a committed relationship and you see as a problem, face to face is always my go-to
Mm,
because I want to see your face, you want to see my face to see what's going on and how can we
right.
fix it.
We, as women, I know we're a little sensitive of men just
Mm-hmm.
wanting that thing. So when you said cuddle, I could see why she probably was like, "Oh, he's one of those guys."
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good that Jeremy wanted to fix it or resolve the issue
Yes.
immediately and face to face. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Jeremy, you said that you wanted to cuddle with her. What did you mean? Because it is normal for women to see that and like block the person because just like Renee, they might think that the guy has ulterior motives. So what for you,
My
what did
my
that mean?
initial word my initial words was it's cuddling weather. I didn't say I wanted to cuddle,
Oh,
That's
cuddling
nothing
how
like
weather.
that.
that's how I took
I just said
it.
it's cuddling weather because it was a cold, rainy day. If anytime it's cold and it's rainy, you want to sit up under somebody or sit up under a blanket and watch a movie, drink some hot cocoa or coffee if you prefer that. So that was my initial thoughts because it's almost like an icebreaker. Just
Right.
try to get everything a conversation going basically. Hey, it's cuddling weather. What do you like to do when you cuddle? That's probably what my next question was after that, but I didn't get anything back. I got ghost
And
temporary.
it's really funny now because anytime it's like a cold rainy day, I look at him like, "Babe, it's a cuddling day. It's cuddling weather." But also, when we got married, it was a cold rainy day.
Okay.
So yeah.
Cuddling weather.
So
Hmm.
that's what I'm.
So for you, it didn't mean like I want to sleep with you immediate.
No,
It
not at
didn't.
all.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have that thoughts at all.
Okay.
It was just more so. Hey, I was just announcing that. Hey, it was just cuddling weather. What do you like to do when you cuddle? It was just a conversation starter.
Okay. It's good for other women to hear that too. When they usually when there's
Just hear
blocking
it
right
out.
after that.
Just let it play out. Don't don't just ghost the person just because they said something that's what's not. Just hear them out, and if they go in that direction, then ghost them. But just hear them out.
Gotcha. That's good. Good advice. So that was like a week you were talking and texting for a week,
Mhm.
and then you went on that date to Olive Garden.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay. And then you and Renee went closer to where he was.
Yes.
yes.
Okay. How far apart did you guys live from each other?
About 20, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, not bad. Okay.
And
Okay.
that was a day that I had off of work. I accidentally slipped down the stairs on my way to work one day and I found out that my foot was fractured. So I had a boot on my foot at the time. So I was
Oh,
like, well, I've been lounging around the house all day. I'll come closer to you since you're just getting off.
okay. So you had the boot on a first date?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So then what happened on that first date at Olive Garden?
She tried calamari for the first time.
Okay. Did you like
Yep.
it?
I did.
Okay.
It's like a staple for us now.
Oh, wow. Okay. How was the conversation, the interaction?
It was very authentic. Like it was nothing was forced. We literally talked all night past the restaurant closing. We went and sat in the car and
Wow.
talked. And I was
Wow.
like, it was getting late, and I was like, well, you have to work in the morning, so
It was probably one of the most magical things because to hold a conversation with somebody that you never saw before for that long, I knew it was something special.
Wow. Nice. You stayed, you talked in the car for a long time afterwards. Was it love at first sight? I thought I heard Jeremy say that.
Yes, it
yes.
was. It really
It
was.
was love at first
It
sight.
was
Okay.
nervous. I mean, it was probably one of the most nervous things I ever done because I actually talked to my mom right before I got out of the car. When I told her that I was talking to my mom right before the car, she was like, "Hey, I was talking to my mom too right before I got out of the car." So I
Yeah.
think it was meant to be.
Wow. What about for you, Renee? Was that love at first sight or what would you have called it?
I would say I always told him it was like it felt too good to be true. So I would
Hmm.
like to say it was love at first sight. It's like when I met him and we had the conversations, I was like, this is gonna be my husband.
Wow. You knew
Yeah.
from the first time you saw each other.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You're actually my first couple to say that was love at first sight. So love it.
Yeah.
All right. So then what happened after the first date? So did you guys make it official immediately or how long did it
Probably
take
a couple
for
of more weeks later, I literally cooked dinner and invited her over, had flowers for her, and asked her to be my girlfriend on December 3rd.
Yes, December 3rd.
Oh.
He's making it seem like it was just a ball. Like I literally came to his house. He had like the lights dimmed. He had jazz music playing. He had flowers in his
Oh.
hand, and he was like on one knee and was like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" I've never had that happen before.
Oh. That's so cute. So
Yeah.
that was like a few weeks later on December 3rd, right?
Yes,
Okay. So then from there, how long did it take to get engaged and then married?
Bought the ring in May and
March,
March. It was March.
March.
It was March. So I bought the ring in March, and this is how I know that it was all meant to be. And I'm a type of
Okay.
person. It's kind of hard for me to keep certain things to myself or against for the other person. So when I bought the ring, it was during COVID,
Hmm.
and it took instead of 2 weeks, it took 2 months. So
Oh.
the day that it arrived was the day we found out we was having our first child. She told me that we was having our first child. So it was like I was keeping the engagement from her because I was so happy about both. And I was talking to my mom at the time. She was like, "So you happy about this engagement?" I was like, "Yes," but in the back of my mind, I was like, you about to have a godchild,
A
a
grandma.
grandchild on the way."
Hmm.
So it was meant to be because I'm a type of person. If I'm happy about something, it's kind of hard for me to keep it from you.
Wow. So what month is this that you got the ring?
May,
Yeah, you got it in
Oh,
May.
you said May.
yeah, May
We
Okay.
end up
So you
getting
got,
in
and it's of the next year. So we're talking, you guys met in 2020. Did you meet?
2019.
2019,
2019. You met in 2019. And then May, like the
2020.
2 months, like right when the pandemic
Yeah.
started.
Yes.
Okay. That's when you had the ring. Wow. And you said that's when you had a baby?
Yeah, our first child,
Yeah,
our
I
first
found out
son.
I was pregnant. So I was an essential worker. I was working at a front desk at a hotel at the time. So he
Mm-hmm.
was coming to stay because I was working like 16-hour shifts.
Mm-hmm.
And before I left the house, because I normally would cook us dinner and then bring it to the hotel so we can eat. I think I had just came back from my hometown and I was talking to my sister-in-law, which my brother's wife, and I was like,
Okay.
something doesn't feel right. Something feels off. So I was like, I got a pregnancy test. I'm just gonna take it. And I'm like walking back and forth, and she's on the phone with me. She was like, go in the bathroom and look at the test. And I was like, it's just gonna say negative. So I walked in there and it was a positive. It said pregnant. I was like, so I
Wow.
instantly I instantly called my boss. I was like, I'm gonna be running a few minutes late because I wanted to make it special for him. So I went to Target, got him a gift, and
Have some socks, a typical gift.
yeah, I got
Some
him a
socks
regular
that you
gift.
wear
And then I got him a
just to
second
help you out.
box with the security blanket, the pregnancy test, and I got him
Mm-hmm.
a dad to be card. And
Oh.
the way his face lit up when he read the card and then he seen everything, he was like, no, no.
Cute. Wow. So that happened around May, or when did that happen when you found out?
It's the end of May,
Yeah,
around
it
May
was.
25th.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
Okay. And then, so from when you got engaged in May, when did you get married?
so we had I wanted to get married in December, but my oldest sister, her husband had passed away from
Oh,
cancer. He was only
okay.
34 years old,
Wow.
and that pushed everything off. So that's why
Mm.
we kind of like waited for things to get sort of back in normal. I wanted everybody to be there, especially my siblings and her siblings. We waited until February, and we was like, you know what, I think it's now. And
Yeah.
Okay.
the biggest thing is we wanted to be one before our child comes.
Good. So that was the February that you guys got married,
Yes.
right
Yes.
before Valentine's Day. So that would have been like a little over a year or from when you guys first met.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah.
about a year. That's good. And then what did you first like about her when you saw her on the dating app? What made her stand out?
I had a rule. My rule was if a woman didn't have more than two or three pictures that looks different but all the same, I was not gonna swipe right at all. That was number one. And
Okay.
she like everything is matched up. When I swipe right, just her authentic beautiness. She didn't have a whole lot of makeup.
Okay.
She just herself. And it kind of like solidified itself when I started talking to her. I was like, okay, so she's a authentic young woman that's trying to be something in her life. That what stuck out to me is just her being who she is, just something different that I needed because it's something opposite of who I am. Yeah.
Good. When you say the opposite, like how is she and how are you?
So she's fire and I'm water.
Okay.
It's perfect because where I'm quiet, she's loud, and where she's quiet, I'm loud. It's mostly like a personality puzzle that we make one.
What about you, Renee? Like, what about him made him stand out?
He was handsome, of course, but he
Okay.
was well dressed.
In
Every
his
picture that
pictures?
yeah, every picture he had, he was well dressed. His bio, I can't remember it word for word, but it had to stick out to me for me to even think to swipe right on him. So it didn't seem like cheesy, you know. Some people can be like really cheesy and talk a lot
Mhm.
about themselves, but he didn't give that off.
Now that you guys have been married for a while, like, what do you like about her? Now that you've been married, you've gotten to know her.
I like the mother she's become. I like how she pushed me to become who I am now. Because, to be honest with you, when I first met, I didn't have any background of education or anything like that. So it's more so like she pushed me to become
Baby.
in construction management, which is my job title now. Because at first I was a welder when we first met. So
Mhm.
now she's who I want to be, who I want to become. Because when I had first, before I met her, I had asked God to send me somebody like my mom because I view myself as my dad. And I see how my
Okay.
mom, my dad, I've been married for 35 plus years. That's what I
Wow.
wanted.
Right.
So that's what I wanted. And it felt it authentically. It just seemed right.
So then for you, Renee, what do you like about him now that you've been married for like for a few years?
He's an awesome leader. He
Mm.
is a super, super go getter. Like
Okay.
anything for his family. I've seen this man stay up for 24 hours because he had to go to class and then go to work, and then he had to do like some studying for a class at work. So it's like he stayed up for like a full 24 hours. He
Wow.
didn't complain or anything. And he's a phenomenal example for our boys. So,
Good.
and he
Nice.
has qualities of my dad because, like he said, I also prayed. If you know how people say like the Sierra prayer, I also
Okay.
prayed
Yeah.
for him to have similarities of my dad because my dad has always been like a provider. He's always, you know, made sure we had everything we needed, and he fits that. But I asked for that plus more because it's like certain
Mhm.
qualities my dad doesn't have. Like he doesn't like to try a lot of new things. He doesn't like to travel as much, and he fits everything I asked God for.
Okay. Your dad doesn't like to travel a lot, or
No, my
Jeremy?
dad doesn't.
Oh, your dad, but
Yeah.
okay,
I
okay,
go anywhere, but I have a
okay, but
rule.
Jeremy's not like
Yeah,
that.
I have a rule. If it's over 4 hours drive, I want to fly.
Okay. Okay. She reminds you of your mom, and he reminds you of your dad. And
Yeah.
that's what you wanted, someone who reminded you of your parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. I love it. That's great. So, how are you confident that you have found the one?
We, even though everything seems perfect, we got out of the honeymoon stage. Every marriage goes through a honeymoon stage and you hit like a rough patch, maybe. But we stood together and we fought
Mhm.
through it together. I feel like that's how I know I met my soulmate. Well, you'll see a lot out here nowadays of people getting married and they just can't deal with it and they get divorced. We
Mhm.
always said that if we get married, divorce is out of the question.
Okay.
So we
Good.
don't even like to say that word.
Okay. That's
we
good.
we work on each other. We made this thing where we talk. I think is it once a month, once every other month. Like, what can I do to improve, or what haven't I done that we talked about last time that hasn't improved? So we try to do that.
Good. Jeremy, how did you know she was the one?
I guess everything just lined up. I'm a big person
Mhm.
where if something that's got to be worked hard to come together is not meant to be together. So everything just flowed like water from the beginning of the timeline to now. She's a very, very supportive wife. Anything that I need, she's right there, emotionally, physically, mentally. She's my rock,
Nice.
and I
Well,
appreciate that for
I love it. It's good. Aw.
her.
So, what advice do you have for people who are on dating apps looking for love? What advice do you have for them?
I'll honestly say just be open. Be open
Okay.
to it, but don't look for it. But be open to love. It's a thin line between finding a one night stand and finding your forever person.
I think I can go with that. Don't have super high expectations.
Okay. Why shouldn't they have super high expectations? Because what happens if they do?
And I don't know how to word it. I'm trying to think.
Just being looking forward, but not saying I'm gonna. Or be confident to find love, but
Yeah.
don't be disappointed just because you don't
You
find.
don't. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that's predators out there. You got people that's just looking for
certain
things that you might not be looking for. So be open to it, but don't be discouraged just because you can't find it.
Okay. I could see that. That's good. And then what marriage advice do you have for people?
Just love on them every single day.
Yeah.
Being open, communicating, being honest
Mm-hmm.
is one, because sometimes honesty hurts, but it's good for growth.
That's good.
Compromise. You have to compromise some things. You have to listen to each other.
And don't judge.
And that's like listening. Yeah. That's listening with words and with body language as well.
That's good.
So just pay attention to like it seems crazy, but pay attention to every detail.
And then what is your favorite part about marriage?
My favorite part is it's like I always have somebody there with me. Like it sounds cliche, but like I have a roller coaster rider, like friend forever. Like I don't have to go and look for a friend to go with me anywhere. Like I have the person that I want to travel with, that I want to do new things with. It's like marriage is different. I would say every 6 months, every year, you're growing. But like learning the new parts of my person is like my most favorite part.
Good. I like it. What about you, Jeremy? What's your favorite part?
I love the growth in each other through the whole process, because when you learn each other, you also learn the things that I need to work on as an individual, and that growth is what I appreciate the most.
Good. Yeah. It's really good. Anything else you want to say that we didn't talk about or you want to bring up?
Don't put a timeline on love. Sometimes it can take long, but it can also be short. When you find your person, stick by 'em. For any man out there, just if you find that one, don't be nervous. Just go with it, because closed mouths don't get fed, but scared money don't make no money either. So I just live by that. If you want that person, go for it, and it'll be good.
Everything else will fall in place.
Come on now. Come on now. Finish my sentences. That's what I mean. Everything from the beginning to end to now is everything's just falling into place. She's my yin to my yang. All our hopes, desires, anything we wanted is literally just falling into place.
Thanks so much for watching. If this story inspired you, don't forget to subscribe for more real life love stories from couples who met on dating apps. And if you're ready to find your own person, I've linked some free resources below to help you get started. See you in the next video.